Quiet on the set. Greetings, good people. Greetings, good people. Greetings, good people. And greetings again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm back. I'm live. Hopefully you can hear me. If you're in here, please hit the like button. If you're catching the replay, hit the like button. Quiet on the set. I gotta let this thing notify everybody to come on in. So let me give it a few seconds. How's everybody doing it? How's everybody doing out there? All right, MoNique. MoNique has been terrorizing everybody's timeline. DL Hughley has been terrorizing everybody's timeline since last week, I think. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I have some things that I want to say, right? I don't think people are split down the middle as far as it pertains to MoNique and DL Hughley. Not from what I see. What I am seeing is people turning on MoNique. I see people who once supported MoNique are at their wits' end with her. MoNique is being called all types of animals, which I think is atrocious. She's being called all types of names. She's difficult. And there's people who she had past beefs with coming out of the woodworks. I'm going to share my opinion about what the quote unquote problem is with MoNique. Okay. And it's not a problem in the traditional sense. I mean, you guys may think that I'm going to be trashing MoNique. I'm not trashing MoNique on this live. And in any other commentary, I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions, and I welcome you to share your thoughts and opinions as well. All right. But before I get into MoNique and DL Hughley and how this thing has gone as far as it's gone, I want to talk about this real quick. Did you guys keep up with this? This was all over social media. A Texas woman, she was charged with throwing her boyfriend's mother's ashes into the lake. Now, this was done back in 2020. What ended up happening was this. There was a TikTok video that went viral of a woman throwing an urn filled with ashes into a lake, a river, whatever, over a bridge. And a lot of people thought that that TikTok video was the woman actually committing this crime. Well, no, not quite. This is the woman who was charged with throwing her boyfriend's mother's ashes into the lake in 2020. So this article reads, Augustine Gladney, she's 40, of Fort Worth. She was arrested last month after she reportedly admitted her actions to her boyfriend. All right. So Smith, who's the boyfriend, told police back in June of 2020 that he returned home one night to find that the urn containing his mother's cremated remains was missing. Now, according to the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, Smith, the boyfriend, told investigators that he and Gladney were dating at the time, but were not on good terms. Fast forward May 2022, when Smith told authorities that he overheard a phone conversation between Gladney and her daughter, who was at their home at the time. Okay, in that phone call, Gladney allegedly told her daughter that she had thrown the urn full of ashes into Lake Worth, a reservoir and recreation area in the city. So this actually happened years ago. She done told on herself, and the guy went to the authorities, and yeah, it went downhill from there, right? So you never really get away with anything. But that reenactment that was circulating on social media, a lot of people were commenting saying, oh, how could you be dumb enough to film your own crime? You're so stupid, yada, yada. But that woman is said to be some sort of a comedian, and she just reenacted the story. So the article goes on. Smith told police that he was unable to reach Gladney until nearly midnight Monday night. It was apparently around that time that she texted him admitting that she had thrown his mother's ashes into the water. The alleged crime made headlines in May, but appears to have resurfaced after a TikTok video went viral on social media. The video caption, "He cheated, so I threw his mom's ashes in the river," shows a woman dumping an urn of ashes off the side of the bridge. So this is the TikTok video that's been making its rounds. And yeah, it's pretty much a reenactment. So someone commented, "The girl in the video is Sarah Stone, a comedian. The woman arrested was Augustine Gladney. Not sure how old Sarah is, but definitely not 40. And it's definitely not Augustine in the video." Nice try, though. So yeah, what was she charged with? She faces a year in prison and a fine up to $4,000 on the charge, which is a misdemeanor. So there you have it. Because I know a lot of people were confused. People were arguing in the comment section, going back and forth, yada, yada. Okay, so there you have it. Gladney, that's her. That's the real woman. She got arrested. All right, as you're coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. I'm back. Hopefully this live will behave itself and the stream is good. If you can hear me, if you can't hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, let me know. All right. So DL Hughley, all of you should be privy to what has been going on between MoNique and DL Hughley. All right. So DL is saying that, MoNique has gone too far. He called her, what did he call her? I forgot what animal he called her. I'm just going to let you know right now, I don't like DL Hughley, okay? MoNique is not my favorite comedian, so there's no bias here. But I see a lot of bull crap going on and going around, and I'm really flabbergasted at how people are skating over certain things. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it, but maybe it's not for me to get. Now, this article that I saw on Complex, it's worth giving a read, I guess, just to kind of keep you guys, up to date or whatever. DL Hughley criticizes MoNique for, quote unquote, weaponizing his daughter's trauma. "You are a monster." This is what DL Hughley says. Now, I want to know, since when has DL Hughley gotten so sensitive? But whatever, it is what it is. A lot of people are going to say, this is his daughter. She went too far. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I'm entitled to mine, so I'm going to share mine. But let me read this article. DL Hughley and MoNique's public contract dispute continued this week, with the former now having responded to the recent mention of his daughter's trauma. Okay. Monday, Hughley shared a 5-minute video to Instagram, saying in the caption that this marked, quote, "the final straw and last breath I'll waste" on the feud. The video arrives in response to the sharing, as previously reported, of footage from an interview in which Hughley is seen discussing his initial response to his daughter, informing him of an alleged assault. Let's stick a pin right there. DL Hughley was on Sway in the Morning, and he admitted that when his daughter came and told him that something traumatic happened to her, he did not believe her. He said this out of his own beak, and he said that he apologized. I guess he was trying to clear the air and confessing his sins or what have you. In my opinion, in the clip, if I'm loud, I'm sorry, y'all. In the clip, he made it about him. That's my opinion, okay? And he said that, he apologized, and this was a friend of his, and he didn't believe his daughter. He said this. Well, MoNique was going back and forth with DL Hughley. I'm not revisiting all of what happened. Everybody should know what happened by now. If not, you can easily look it up. It's just been a back and forth exchange that started over a contract and headlining, yada, yada. But at this point, it's still going on. MoNique, who was questioning DL Hughley's character as it pertains to her personal issue with him, decided to air the clip or, post the clip of DL Hughley in this interview. This interview was not hidden. This interview wasn't private. This interview wasn't removed, obviously, from the internet. She brought it up to make a point that D.L. Hughley's character is questionable because he doesn't even protect his own daughter. He didn't protect his own daughter. D.L. Hughley was throwing jabs at MoNique for a very long time. MoNique punched back and has been punching back. A lot of people said MoNique went too far. Okay, fine. You can say that. Some people say that D.L. Hughley started it. D.L. Hughley went too far. Fine, you can say that. Here's my thing. Since when are there rules in beefs? Is there rules in beefs? I'm not talking about unprovoked. MoNique wasn't unprovoked and just said, I'm going to wake up one day and do this. I'm not making any excuses for MoNique. You know, I respect MoNique as a woman. Is she my favorite, like, comedian actress? No, she's not. So there's no bias here. What I don't understand is, why is everybody skating over the fact that D.L. Hughley did not believe his daughter when she came to him and told him what happened to her? I have seen a lot of commentary. I have read a lot of comments. And again, people are saying MoNique is trash. They're canceling MoNique. MoNique is always the problem. She gets into it with everybody. What I see is someone standing up for themselves. I see MoNique standing up for herself. You don't get to piss me off and tell me that I've gone too far. You don't get that luxury. We on the outside looking in can have our commentary and our comments. You know, and I get it. You know, you're bringing family into this. D.L. Hughley also brought MoNique's family into this. So nobody is, you know what I'm saying? Nobody is absolved of any wrongdoing, right? What I think is, I think that D.L. Hughley was poking at MoNique, because what a lot of people don't know is that D.L. Hughley was, he was saying things about MoNique for a while, for quite some time. And MoNique took the opportunity to respond to D.L. Hughley when she got on stage at this event that they were both booked for, right? You know, her husband's sexuality has been talked about. Everybody's saying her husband is the problem and MoNique can't get along with anybody. What I find is, though, that it's the same type of people that MoNique defends herself against. I'm going to say it again. It's the same type of people that MoNique is defending herself against. Lee Daniels, who since apologized publicly. Tyler Perry, who privately apologized and told MoNique, hey, I want to sit down with you, but don't bring your husband. Oprah Winfrey, do I need to say anything? And D.L. Hughley, do I need to say anything? It's the same type of, and that's just to name a few. I'm pretty sure she had run-ins with other people, but it's the same type of people, right? So again, as far as this situation where MoNique played the video and audio of D.L. Hughley admitting to not protecting his daughter, it basically lines up with MoNique's point that his character is questionable. Now, here's the thing. I don't give a blank how this interview was used. I don't care. Personally, I don't care. The fact that you, sir, have a daughter and you did not believe your daughter after she was vulnerable and put in a position to experience a lifelong traumatic experience. Yeah, I'm questioning you too, Doc. I don't care if you apologize. It's not going to erase the offense. That's my opinion. I don't care. You could call MoNique whatever you want to call her. That still does not erase or negate the fact that D.L. Hughley really. I don't know. How is he getting coddled in this situation? Your own father didn't believe you, and D.L. Hughley's daughter has come out, and she has every right to respond to MoNique. Okay, she has every right to. That's her father. She wants to take up for her father. I mean, I don't know how mad she should be at MoNique, but again, I can't tell nobody how mad to get. So, you know, she posted something and everybody said, you know, she read MoNique and put MoNique in her place. Yeah, okay. Also, the public is saying that MoNique re-traumatized D.L. Hughley's daughter. Okay, maybe it's the verbiage that people are using that are like making my head itch. MoNique re-traumatized her. Here's the thing. You can be traumatized. You can have a traumatic experience. You can go to counseling to cope with the traumatic experience. But if you think that D.L. Hughley apologizing and them going to counseling for several years erases that trauma and everything is all good and boom, that's it, I'm over it, you're nuts. You're nuts. That's something that's going to stay with you for the rest of your life. The fact that she forgave her father, that is her choice. Good for her. It still does not erase the fact that you didn't believe your child. That's a problem. That's a bigger problem than MoNique pointing out this interview. Am I tripping? Let me know how you feel in the comments. Please, please, please. And again, DL, you told the world about this traumatic experience. And to me, he made it more about him than about his daughter, I guess. I don't know. All right, so this article goes on to read, I know I said that I had done all I could here about this whole MoNique situation, but over the weekend, her and her husband released a video where I was doing an interview and I detailed my daughter's trauma. This is what Hughley said in the newly shared IG video. MoNique has taken that video and perverted it for her own uses. You see this guy is crazy. This guy is bogus. This guy is bogus. She decided to add her own narrative. How can she add her own narrative? The video is of you talking. The video is not edited. It's not chopped and screwed. It's your words. Per Hughley, quote, nothing could be further from the truth than MoNique's comments about the trauma. Hughley also acknowledged that his initial response to his daughter coming to him about the alleged situation was wrong, saying he will never forgive himself for not immediately believing her and for how he handled the situation. So you yourself are not forgiving yourself for for how you handled the situation and not immediately believing her. That's exactly what MoNique is saying. MoNique is calling out your character. I don't know. I feel like this is falling on deaf ears. I see so many people saying MoNique took it too far. There's no rules in beefing. If you hit me, I'm hitting back. You can't say, oh no, you can't hit back with that much force because I didn't hit. No. This was not a situation where MoNique was not provoked and she just woke up and decided to attack D.L. Hughley. No, that's absolutely not the case. The inclusion of his daughter's trauma, in the ongoing feud, in Hughley's words, marks an unconscionable development. D.L. Hughley, I can't. I really, really can't. I can't. I just really can't. This guy is absolutely sick. He's absolutely sick. I'm sorry. And there's other comedians, male comedians, that are coming out and ripping MoNique to shreds and talking about her husband. The article goes on to say, you and your husband putting a man in my daughter's room when that is not what I said, and weaponizing it and using it in a trite argument shows exactly how low you are. So MoNique is low for posting an interview that you did where you admitted that you didn't believe your daughter. She's low. So if MoNique is low, what are you? I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not siding with D.L. Hughley on this because, again, everybody is skating past the fact that this man did not believe his daughter. You take responsibility and deal with it. So if I decide to bring it up or I decide to post this on my social media, I'm re-traumatizing your daughter? Or am I basically holding up a mirror to you and reminding you of your character flaw? Everybody has character flaws. But don't try to turn this around and make it seem like MoNique is this hideous person for pointing out something that you brought to the public. No one would have known about this had you not brought this to the public. You did so because you wanted to make it about you. All right, here's the quote unquote problem with MoNique, in my opinion. I think the problem with MoNique is that she sticks up for herself. Oh, I forgot to add in Steve Harvey in that group of the same type of people. Remember when she went on Steve Harvey's show and he told her on his show that they ended up snatching from him, right? You got to play the game. You got to play the game. Didn't even try to put any shade on it. Just blatantly telling her she got to tap dance along. Anyway, the problem I think with MoNique is the fact that she's a woman who stands up for herself. Come hella high water. It doesn't matter. She don't care. She is going to protect herself. And it is probably due to the fact that she herself has experienced trauma. D.L. Hughley brought up MoNique's father. She made fun of the fact that she calls her husband daddy. He made fun of the fact that she calls her husband daddy. Right? So all she did was play back your words. And she's a vile human being. No. The problem is she stands up for herself. And she also has a man that stands up for her as well. And that is a problem. For Tyler Perry to tell MoNique behind closed doors, yeah, I know I did you wrong. I could have did you better. And I apologize for that. We can sit down and talk, but don't bring your husband. Why not? Why she can't bring her husband? So you don't respect the institution of marriage? Reverend Tyler Perry, and I'm being funny when I say Reverend, Mr. Church Goer, right? Or was that all an act for the almighty dollar? But I digress. MoNique is someone who takes herself seriously and she protects herself at all costs. Some of you may think that, she's her own worst enemy, whatever. But again, she has suffered a lot of trauma herself. And I'm pretty sure she's had to work through that for years to recognize certain things. And she's going to protect herself at all costs. There's talks about MoNique's household being disrupted and she doesn't care about her kids and all this other stuff. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. Right. And I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it isn't. But D.L. Hughley admitted to not protecting his child. And that's not the only child that he didn't protect. But I won't even go there. You guys can Google that and do your research yourself. And I'm not using that to bash him. But your character has to be called into question. I don't think D.L. Hughley should fix his mouth to call anybody low. Absolutely not. I don't think so. But if you do, MoNique is going to hit back. And the problem is she is a woman. Never mind that she's a black woman. I'm not even going in that direction just yet. But she's a woman who protects herself at all costs, and she has a man beside her that protects her at all costs as well. A lot of people are saying Sydney's the problem. You need to get rid of your husband. Why? Why are all these men telling her to get rid of her husband? We can meet, but don't bring your husband. Because he poses a threat to y'all. And y'all think that y'all going to get MoNique by herself without her husband and whisper some foolishness into her ears. And when she doesn't take the bait that y'all try to give her, you label her difficult. Once you label a woman, especially a black woman, a black person, difficult, angry, hard to work with, that's career suicide, basically. And they know that. That's exactly why these people are using these specific words. So the problem, quote unquote, with MoNique is she sticks up for herself and y'all don't like that. Some of y'all don't like that. She takes herself seriously and y'all don't like that. And she got a man that can speak up on her behalf and speak up for himself. And a lot of y'all don't like that. You can consider MoNique problematic. That's totally fine. She might be. She might be very problematic. But that doesn't mean that she gets to be bullied around. And when you can't bully her around, you say that she's an animal and she's this and that and all types of names that she's being called. Why? Because she's not drinking the Kool-Aid? I don't know. That's what I think. As far as my advice, I know that MoNique loves us for real. But I'm going to say this. Sometimes, MoNique, the very same people that you trying to help are the ones helping the ops take you out. And I know, we should all stick together. But, honey, it's some people that's going to have to be left off the boat. Why? Because they can cause you to sink. They'll be drilling holes in your boat while you trying to save everybody else. I think the people that should get the most of her attention are the people that respect her, that honor her, that love her, people that, she can pour into and that are willing to sit and listen and learn. Not people who are out to make fun of you, belittle you, and bully you. That's not your audience. And I don't think that you should waste any more of your precious wisdom and your precious time trying to get other people to see. It does, if they either gonna get it or they not. MoNique, you're a woman of a particular age. You're a seasoned woman. And I'm pretty sure you've made lots of mistakes in the business, in your personal life. I think that you should use the wisdom that you have and pour it into people who are willing to listen. Not trying to get people who've attacked you and who's wronged you to see the error of their ways. You're going to waste your time. Ask a lot of these black leaders that died many, many decades ago, and things are still the same now as they were prior to their death. Your village is the people who pour into you and who you can pour into. That's your village. And she oftentimes says that I will give my last and I will do anything to save us. Ma'am, with all due respect, okay, you can't save everybody. You can die trying, but what about the people who are waiting for you to answer their call? Hey, MoNique, and I mean that figuratively. I'm pretty sure her inbox is full of people who are trying to get a word of wisdom from her or get some advice from her, anything. And they're being put on hold because you entertaining Daryl Lynn. Stop wasting time, man. Time is something that we can't get back, and we are not promised or guaranteed another day. Pour into the people that pour into you. Now, as far as people's opinions about MoNique, the ones that are turning on her or the people that are saying that they're done with her, you have every right to be done with whoever you want to be done with. And again, MoNique I'm not biased because I respect MoNique as a woman, absolutely. And I've sat back and I watched people call her names and animals, women too. There's this protect black women. Everybody shouts protect black women, protect black women. But it be those same black women that be attacking other black women. And again, you're entitled to your opinion. If you feel MoNique is problematic, that's your choice. I'm not knocking you for that. I'm giving my opinion, my observation, what I've sat back and watched and seen. So as far as D.L. Hughley is concerned, I don't think he needs to fix his mouth to say anything about how anybody was raised, speak about anybody's character, because, honey, you got a lot of ish on your plate that requires all of your attention to clean off, honey. I'm not here for it. And again, you not protecting your daughter, that would make me look at any man sideways. Any man, I don't care how much counseling you've gone to, it doesn't erase the fact. And it would make me keep my distance. So just to sum it up, the quote unquote problem with MoNique is she's a woman that sticks up for herself on purpose. And she also has a man beside her that's willing to go to bat for her and sticks up for her also. And that man has been called all types of names and things. Now, if he start clapping back the way y'all talking about him, y'all would have all these things to say about him. It is what it is. People are going to do exactly what they want to do when they want to do it. When people like you, they'll let you get away with anything. When they don't like you, they'll criticize everything you do. You could save a bag of kittens from a burning building. If people don't like you, they'll accuse you of starting a fire and planting the bag of kittens in the burning building. So it is what it is. That is all I got. Ain't got no more. Welcome back, guys. I'm glad to be back. Make sure you drop down in the comments if you're watching the replay. Share your thoughts respectfully, as always. MoNique and D.L. Hughley. When will it end? I don't know. I'm staying tuned to see what transpires going forward. It is what it is. Ain't no rules in battle. I'm just saying, right? It is what it is. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. I love y'all for watching. I'm signing off. And as always, until next time, peace.